Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone and good morning all of you. This is Ashima, your current affairs and banking awareness faculty on Entry platform, and in this video I'll be taking care of all the major news events that have happened in the past day. This is a short and crisp video which has been made keeping in mind your time efficiency, and therefore this is a short theory video where you'll be getting all the major highlights of the day, all the major news events that have happened. And for practicing the questions, you can download Entry app where we have live quiz every day for current affairs completely free of cost. You can download it from the link which is provided below in the comment section and description section, and that will help you in your daily preparation with high quality questions as well as a lot of study material free of cost. Let's begin the discussion on the current affairs with the first news event related to NER District SDG Index report. Now, NER is the Northeastern region. For Northeastern region, India's premier policy think tank, that is Niti Aayog, has released a District Sustainable Development Goal Index Report 2021-22, and this was released in partnership with Ministry of Development of Northeast region. Now, talking about the index that has been released, it was framed with the technical support from UNDP as well. So, United Nations Development Program UNDP was also involved, and Niti Aayog's Sustainable Development Goals India Index was the basis on which this report was prepared. It was framed by measuring the performance of districts of 8 states, that being Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, and Tripura, in attaining the Sustainable Development Goals and other such environment friendly targets. The index took the analysis of 103 districts of the eight northeast states, and in that, East Sikkim has topped with a score of 75.87. Second was Gomati and North Tripura, and at the lowest point we have Kifir district of Nagaland at the bottommost position of this index. Next, we have is EASE 3.0 awards, which were recently released by the Finance Minister of India. So, what are the awards that have been released? The Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Nirmala Sitharaman ji, had announced these awards, and she also unveiled the fourth Public Sector Bank Reforms Agenda EASE 4.0 for 2021-22. That is tech-enabled, simplified, and promotes collaborative banking. And annual report for public sector banks reform agenda for 3.0 EASE was also released. EASE 3.0 was for 2020-2021. Now, according to the report which has been published, a profit of 31,817 crore was registered by all the public sector banks for the financial year 21 as compared to the loss which was in financial year 20, that was 26,016 crore rupees. Now, along with this, a flagship initiative was there under EASE 3.0, that was credit at click. So, about 4.4 lakh customers have taken benefit of initiatives under such. Talking about the awards, the Canara Bank was awarded the second runner-up in the institutionalizing prudent banking theme. Punjab National Bank was awarded as runner-up for governance and outcome-centric HR and institutionalizing prudent banking. It was also second runner-up in Best Improvement category. India Bank was the winner of the Best Improvement category. Union Bank of India was the winner in Governance and Outcome-Centric HR and Deepening Financial Inclusion and Customer Protection. It was second runner-up in Smart Lending and Tech-Enabled Ease of Banking. Bank of Baroda was awarded the winner for categories of Smart Lending and Institutionalizing Prudent Banking themes. State Bank of India was awarded as the winner for Tech-Enabled Ease of Banking. It was the first runner-up for Smart Lending and Deepening Financial Inclusion and Customer Protection themes. Second runner-up in Governance and Outcome. It was also the winner of overall winner of EASE Reforms Index 2021. So, in case they ask you who was the overall winner of EASE 3.0, that is going to be State Bank of India. Then we have Unmanned Aircraft Systems or UAS Rules 2021, which have been modified and implicated recently. It was announced by the Ministry of Civil Aviation recently. And talking about the new rules, that is for 2021, replacing the rules of 20 liberalized drone rules, the number of forms have been reduced from 25 to 5. Fee has been reduced from 72 to 4. Quantum of free fee has been reduced to nominal levels and has been delinked with the size of drone. No permission is required for operating drones in the green zone. Maximum penalty for violation has been reduced to 1 lakh Indian rupees. And Drone Promotion Council will be set up by the government. It will have participation from academia, from startups, and other stakeholders to facilitate a growth oriented regulatory regime. Then we have a few one-liners. MEIT by Ministry of Electronics and IT Startup Hub, which comes under Ministry of Electronics and IT, has entered into an MOU with the Paytm. MOU was signed to grant support for the deep tech-based startups in India. So entities will create a deep tech-based startup ecosystem for SaaS for using various app-based startups like which are using artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud computing, and many others such. Also, it's going to help grant support for solution-oriented investors. Then we have first ever G20 Ministerial Conference on Women Empowerment, which was held in a hybrid format in Santa Margherita Ligure in Italy. Indian delegation was represented by Union Minister of Women and Child Development, that is Smriti Irani ji, where India has a commitment towards maintaining the gender equality, resolving the women-centric issues using mutual cooperation was also highlighted, and the measures of India for maintaining the gender equality were put to focus. Niti Aayog, in partnership with Cisco, has launched WEP Next. WEP Next is the next phase of WEP. What is WEP? Women Entrepreneurship Platform. Now, WEP was an initiative launched by Niti Aayog in 2017, in which Cisco, in partnership with various organizations like NASCOM, SATVAR, DIASRA, they were tackling the issues that were faced by women entrepreneurs. Now, the next one is the one where it's going to boost the women entrepreneurship in India via helping them in financial management, marketing, community network, taxation, compliance support, and various other things. India and Maldives has signed a pact for a greater Male connectivity project, for which India has announced 400 million US dollars line of credit, and 100 million has been given for GMPC Greater Male connectivity project in Maldives. Now, if we talk about the amount that has been given, now, line of credit will be given by Exim Bank to Maldives, 400 million, and the project is the one which is being funded by India for development, which comprises a 6.74 kilometer long bridge and causeway link connecting Male, which is the capital of Maldives, with the three islands of its own. Then we have the first credit-led neo-bank of India via the name Frio, which has launched a zero balance saving account, which is called Frio Save. The account was launched in partnership with Equitas Small Finance Bank. Now, the Frio saving account will be granting a 7% interest rate, and it will have to have a minimum balance of 1 lakh rupees. And then we have a Principal Singh, who has become the first Indian to be a part of NBA title winning team when his side Sacramento Kings clinched the 2021 NBA Summer League crown. He has become the first Indian to be a part of championship roster at any level of NBA till date. Then we have Shri Basavalinga Pattadwaru, the senior seer of Bhalki Hiremath, who has been selected for Shri Basava International Award by the Karnataka government recently. The third Gandiv, which is an annual counter-terrorism exercise, which is being conducted by National Security Guard at NCR, UP, MP, and Gujarat. It was commenced on 25th of August until 28th of August. It was running, which will help frame NSG various parameters in the cases like terrorist attack or aircraft hijack or hostage situations. International Military and Technical Forum, that is Army 2021, has been organized in Moscow recently from August 22 to 28 at 2021 in Patriot Expo, Kubinka Air Base and Alabino Military Training Grounds. So the organizing body is important, that being organized in Russia. Ministry of Defense of Russian Federation has been organizing this Army 2021 since 2015. Not Army 2021, but Army as a whole has been organized by Russian Federation Ministry of Defense since 2015. Now the 2021 edition, which is of this year, is the 7th edition of this. Then we have NHPC Limited, which is a hydropower producer and has signed an MOU with Power Finance Corporation. MOU was signed to provide funding to hydroelectric projects of NHPC, and the fund support will be given by PFC to NHPC as per the announcement that has come forward. Sahitya Academy Awards 2020 remaining awards were given out. So for Odia, the award was given to Yashodharan Mishra ji for her book Samudra Kulghar, and Sahitya Academy Award for Malayalam was honored to Omcheri Anand Pillai for his book Akasmikam Omcheriyut Orma Kurapallai. Arjun Herigasi, he is an Indian Grandmaster and has won the Terras de Trás-os-Montes Chess Open, which was held in Portugal recently. Gardex is India's first sectoral index in agri-commodities basket, launched by National Commodity and Derivatives Exchange, or NCDEX. So it is a price-based sectoral index which tracks the movement of the futures contract of Gore gum, refined splits, and Gore seeds. So weightage of Gore seeds will be 63% and Gore gum refined splits was 37%. Government of Punjab has selected SBI General Insurance to offer service to Ayushman Bharat Sarbat Sehat Bima Yojana, which the insurance company will be expanding the health coverage of the scheme and provide health insurance cover of 5 lakh rupees under this Ayushman Bharat Sarbat Sehat Bima Yojana. Around 40 lakh families of the state are going to be benefited in this. Government of India has extended $1 million support to United Nations World Food Program in Zimbabwe. The support was extended for affected population to tackle the climate shocks. The funds were provided through India UN Development Partnership Fund, and the funds aim to attain climate resilient farming in the country by increasing the small grain production and access to markets and tackling of climate shocks. BharatPay has launched a 12% club app recently. It's a basically investment come borrowing product where the app allows customers to invest and earn up to 12% annual interest, or they can borrow from the app, and the maximum borrowing can be for 3 months and the maximum amount can be 10 lakh rupees. So they can either borrow 10 lakh, that is also going to be at 12% interest, or they can invest and attain the interest rate of 12%. Google has partnered with a fintech company, Seth. The partnership will allow its users to open FD accounts using the Google Pay app. So FDs are for tenors like 7 to 29 days or 30 to 45 days, 46 to 90 days, and up to 365 such windows have been created, up to 365 days. So FD account can be opened without even having an account with the bank which offers the FD. So it does not matter if you have an account in Axis Bank, you can open a FD in Axis Bank using Google Pay, right? Next we have is the 11th edition of BRICS High Representatives Responsible for National Security meeting, which was held virtually. The meeting was chaired by India's National Security Advisor Ajit Dovalji recently. And then we have the world's largest and tallest observation wheel, which will soon be unveiled in Dubai in October expectantly. The observation wheel is in Dubai and is located in Blue Waters Island, which is at a height of 250 meters. It is larger than the one which is in Las Vegas, which is currently the tallest one. World's tallest current one is in Las Vegas, measuring about 167.6 meters approximately. RBI has extended the scope of tokenization of card transactions to consumer devices. Consumer devices like laptops, desktops, wearables, Internet of Things devices are all included in this extension. Tokenization is the replacement of actual card details with a unique alternative code, which is known as a token, which is unique for a combination of card, token requester, or any device as well. Then we have KBL FASTag launched by Karnataka Bank in association with NPCI and FASTag processor Worldline to ease the tax in toll plazas. Then we have US Trade and Development Agency, USTDA, and India Strategic Partnership Forum, which jointly launched US India Climate Technologies Action Group recently. And they will bring stakeholders from private and public sectors together of both the nations to contribute in the advanced global action on climate. Central government has approved Indian Bank Association's proposal to increase the family pension to 30% of the last salary which has been drawn. So after this, the family pension will go to as much as 30,000 to 35,000 per family. And government has also approved the proposal to increase the employer's contribution under the NPS to 14%. Currently, it is 10%. There's a book with the name Accelerating India 7 Years of Modi Government, which has been written by K.J. Alphonse and was released recently. Sandeep Bakshi has been reappointed as MD and CEO of ICICI Bank by RBI. He will be serving the post till 2023. Alia Bhatt has been appointed as brand ambassador of Samsung India. She will be endorsing Galaxy Z series by Samsung in India. Pawandeep Rajan is a winner of Indian Idol 2021 and has been appointed as brand ambassador of Uttarakhand Art, Tourism and Culture. Ajay Kumarji has been appointed as Executive Director of RBI. Kazan 2021 is a joint training exercise between India and Kazakhstan, which will be held from 30 August to 11th of September at Kazakhstan in Aisha Bibi. India ISA Energy Transition Dialogue was held in a virtual manner organized by International Solar Alliance in partnership with Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and the announcement had taken place for the same recently. With this, we wind up the segment, and I hope this session has been helpful. We'll see you in the next video with more news events. Till then, don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for everyday updates. See you in the later videos. Till then, goodbye, take care, and good luck with your preparation.